You said you burned clothes? What? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done other shit?
Have you ever broken something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You
Watch out.
tire slashing? Have you slashed tires?
No.
Oh, let me do the singular. Have you slashed a tire? I'm not going to let you off on a technicality here. Have you slashed
about it
a
way too
tire?
long.
A singular tire.
Yes.
For legal reasons, no.
Wow, that was. Did you see? She tried to use the loophole of plural.
Tires.
She tried to use plural to get out of it, but I fucking saw that.
What did
and I was
they
like,
do?
Singular.
What
kind of tire was it?
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to catch me.
Well, I mean, you did that shit.
Happened to my best friend. They did it to my best friend. It wasn't done to me. I am way more aggressive when it's to someone I love or someone I care about.
Have you stabbed somebody?
Okay.
Shanked?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a criminal.
Wait, so it was
Well,
your best friend's boyfriend?
You kind of just pleaded
Yes.
Okay. And your best
pleading.
friend's boyfriend.
He was like really like
Bad.
not good, bad or like
Okay.
So, but that, I mean, more so in like a dating context, you know.
he was
Burned clothes.
well burning clothes. I feel like that's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's
Awesome.
vandalism,
It's
property
pretty bad.
damage. You know,
Is it?
probably a
Wait,
misdemeanor
why did you burn his clothes?
Because he was being rude.
to you.
Yes.
What did he
Was
say?
it the guy you were dating?
No. It was a different dude.
Why are you like
Oh, no.
doing this revenge shit on dudes you're not even dating? I'm confused.
Were you dating him?
No, he was also another one of my friends. So we burned it together. We burned his shirt together. I was kind of like helping.
You said
her.
you burned it.
Oh, okay.
You said you
Yeah.
burned it because he was rude. What? How was he rude?
Well, he was just leading her on in a sense.
What do you
Wait.
mean leading her on?
Wait, what?
Like there was this thing where they were going to date or expected to date, and then it just like didn't happen.
So
So
you were
that
the side
warrants
girl?
burning
Wow,
his
that's
shirt.
fucking
So-
bad.
Yeah, it does. I think it does. I don't know.
So if a guy were to take you on a couple dates and then be like, hey, like maybe leading you on, and then you're like, he's not seeing it, and then you just burn his clothes.
If I have access to them.
Okay. I think that's a little unreasonable. Just a little.
Well, I mean, the way that I would frame it is psychotic behavior, psychopathic, lunatic.
Yeah.
That's how I would frame it if you were, to burn people's clothing because you were upset at them. But that's just me.
I mean, college is college.
I was about to say, I mean, like, that's time consuming doing that to someone else. And like, so it's like, did you video record it and then send it to him and was like, look what I did? Or was it on his, like at his house? Like, where did this take place?
just have
How
one of
many
his
clothes
sweatshirts?
were there?
It was in my apartment, and the fire alarm went off.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then it was
You must have
just-
been raging, girl. You were like, I'm going to do this in my
were you
apartment
intoxicated?
complex.
Or just totally
Inside.
sober, let's burn his shirt. He was leading you on.
Yeah.
Okay. There was
So what did you burn it in?
A lighter. I had a
No,
lighter,
you took the lighter, and then where did you put the clothes?
And so it just started like going up in flames.
so you just lit it.
Lit it on the
Just
floor? You lit it on the
yeah,
floor?
just like
Like it
I-
was
Like
it a
on your
shirt,
kitchen
a
floor?
sweatshirt,
Yeah, it was
an
like a
outfit?
cutoff.
Like you
gym
didn't,
cutoff.
you
Okay,
weren't like
t-shirt.
over the bathtub lighting it on
No.
fire. Like you were just straight up in your
Well-
kitchen, just like lighting it
well,
on fire.
She was like, my friend was just kind of chilling there, and this was like my idea. So
Did you film it?
I tried to, but I got like a little bit of it on film, and then it just started like going up in flames, and I like ran to
Do you
the sink
have?
to
Can you
put
send
it.
us the video? We can play it.
Faramir's note dead donated $100. Brian Goodshakul to see Andrew Morgan Lexi. Will we ever see in Rattlesnake plus Latina plus Vegas resident panel? Would be peak bands.
Who's the Latina? Which Latina?
I'm a Latina.
There's several here.
I don't know which Latina you're referring to. Thank you for the TTS. Jake's dope. We'll always love to have him back on. I'm not sure who the Vegas resident is. Who's from Vegas? Oh, maybe you.
No, he said Lexi.
Yeah, he said.
He said my name.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, Jake's great.
Yeah,
He's
Jake's dope.
fantastic.
He's great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Were you guys having more back and forth about the clothes burning, or I have questions?
I just want, like, what extent, like, what would you do? Like, your boyfriend now, you're in an 8-month
Right.
relationship. If y'all broke up, like, would you, like, it was toxic or something happened, like, what extent would you do? Because I feel like this is a reoccurring thing.
I don't know. I feel like he's very genuine. I wouldn't do anything to harm him. Like, I wouldn't like.
You wouldn't harm some, like, him.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But burning clothes.
I feel like burning clothes is just like it's a piece of clothing. You know, you can like always buy it again.
So what if a guy broke up with, like, what if you broke up with a guy and they had a piece of your clothes and burned it? Like, I feel like you would be like, they're toxic, that's horrible behavior, they're crazy.
I'd just be like, yo, that's kind of crazy. But I would like, I would just laugh at it. What? Yeah. I mean, if it.
Well, I know if a guy, like, burned my clothes, I would think that's pretty like, psycho behavior.
I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I would show my friend and be like, yo, look who just burned my shirt.
That's a new one.
Wait, what? You would think it was funny?
Yeah, I would think it's funny. I mean, I don't know.
Did you bring a spare set of clothes
Wait,
that
Nick.
Brian can take outside and set on fire, or?
You're not full
I
screen.
mean,
What the heck, girl?
I'm sorry,
Because-
that's a little wild.
I mean,
that's far.
If someone,
that's
like- okay.
super weird. Just gonna let you know that's really weird.
burning an article of clothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also a
I
crime.
mean, I've returned
Yeah,
clothes
that's-
from, like, previous exes of, like, we've broken up, good or bad terms. Like, I'm not going to damage your property. Like, I will mail it back to you
maybe
gladly.
split
Over a
I feel
certain
that-
amount of
I feel
damage,
that
isn't that
actually-
like a higher like charge?
Wait, you were gonna say?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Actually, Brandon would always like he wouldn't burn my clothes. He wouldn't throw it in the trash. He would actually like bag it up and
Return it.
yeah, he would return it. So,
Like, that's a respectful
and
thing to do.
It might have been in like a trash bag, but like he returned it, you know. But he didn't.
Oh, because you had like clothes at his place, and when you guys broke up, he gave you back your stuff.
Yeah, the amount of times that he packed up my clothes from my closet in his apartment was like.
So he was like breaking up with you. Oh, it was on again, off again type shit.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
But he didn't burn it. He would.
No, he'd
Yeah.
give you but like he would be the one breaking up with you.
No, it
Like,
was,
here's your shit. Goodbye.
It was back and forth. Yes.
See, but I think that's a respectful thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
even though your relationship was toxic and unconventional, at least you had the baseline respect of, hey, I'm going to return your things and not.
I would be like, can I please just like have my clothes back? Like, don't do anything to it or anything like that. And I appreciate that at least.
Okay.
He didn't.
Some questions for you here.
Well, you
So-
mean this totally sane man bagged your clothes up and just gave them back to you? He didn't even burn them. He didn't destroy your stuff. That's great. I can't.
All
I
right,
can't
I've
believe
returned
it.
clothes.
That's-
I have. Don't get me wrong. I've returned clothes before.
Here, let me ask some clarifying questions. So, this wasn't somebody you dated. It was a friend's love interest.
Yes.
How old were you guys?
This was.
You said college.
Yeah,
as I recall.
this was a while ago. Maybe
Well,
like
you're 21, so what? A year ago, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I'd say.
19. Okay, so let's get some details about, let's see if there's any sort of justification here. So you said he was leading her on.
Right.
Okay. So how many times did they date? Go on dates? How many times did they meet up?
Pretty often, like I'd say a few times a week
For how long?
for like over 3 months.
So they were dating.
So you.
But
were,
so what was the point? There must have been some occurrence or event that precipitated the clothes burning. You burning the clothes.
Yeah. Well,
Was that what?
I guess like cheating in a sense.
He cheated.
Were they ever
But
exclusive?
were they?
Yeah. So you were technically the side chick. The side chick?
Wait.
No, I don't think she was involved.
Oh no, I wasn't. It wasn't my
Really?
relationship.
Okay. Never mind.
So they were never officially exclusive?
okay.
They were. Okay. It was on like both ends. There's different answers. There's different answers to that.
I'm so confused.
There was different answers to that. So like, according to one they work or another they work. It was different times like thrown up. But
So she was seeing other dudes. He was seeing other girls.
no, she wasn't.
She
She
wasn't
was seeing him, but he
Yeah.
ended up seeing another girl, and so you guys were like, well, she was being led on by this guy, so let's burn his shirt.
Yes.
There's
Got it.
definitely two sides to the story, for sure. Mm-hmm. He probably thought this was like a casual hookup. Did she ever bring up, what are we? Are we in a relationship? Are you my boyfriend? Did she ever have that conversation with him?
Yeah, I believe so.
And so, what did he say?
I believe it just like went in like circles, like
Nothing
never
there.
really like a definite answer.
So he was just wanting to hook up.
Yeah.
He was
Wait,
just wanting to see her.
But he never agreed. He never said, yes, you're my girlfriend, correct? He said, nah, let's see how it goes type shit.
Yeah, I believe so.
You believe so?
Yeah.
So
'Cause
now,
the way
now
you-
do you see where there's an issue?
This is
No, she never dated him.
I never dated him.
I know, but you burned his clothes, right?
Yeah, she said it would make her
but
feel
don't you-
better.
It would make her.
So
oh
you
my
were just
God.
okay.
But then you said you
For
would also
bestie.
possibly do that with a partner, maybe.
With a partner, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
date.
not as like that with myself as I am with like my friends.
Other people.
With my friends.
Well, the tire situation was that the same friend, different friend?
They're two different friends. Two different situations with two different friends.
Okay.
So she's just a ride or die bestie.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
That's not for me though. For me, I'm not.
Because the way you originally described it, you said, well, he kind of led her on a little bit, which makes me think they were never in a relationship.
Sounds like they were just hooking up.
Just like they were having sex and just for a long
No,
time.
but with my other friend, they were dating.
Wait,
Grid
what?
1 Motorsports donated $100. Less than smart blonde girl, realize this is me calling you a liar. You do not have to lie to be more interesting, and it is a sin.
Wait.
Gentlemen, this is why you cannot believe shit women say.
I'm not lying, buddy. All right.
Okay.
I don't know. It does sound a little more fantastical as we go on here. Just
Because
saying.
I don't know the situation of like their relationship, and like it's their relationship, so I don't want to like say.
I mean, I
anything
can also
that's-
say this: there's a huge tendency, oftentimes, for. I mean, I don't want to make this like totally a gendered thing, but I've definitely experienced that women, more so than men, have a tendency to minimize the things they've done wrong and emphasize the things that their partner's done wrong in order to garner favor from whoever they're telling their fucking bullshit sob story to.
Sure.
If I'm ever asking anybody for advice, I'm going to say, here's what I've done wrong, here's what they did wrong, and I'm going to try to be as like unbiased and neutral as possible. But people tend to minimize, like I said, the ways in which they're culpable, and they'll try to what's the term for it? Elevate the ways in which the other person has done wrong.
They're going to downplay themselves, and
Yeah.
then they're going to hyperinflate every story around them, because women just do that in general because they want to sound important and feel listened and heard to. So in any story, most of the time, women are exaggerating themselves.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
There's honest people out there.
I know
honestly,
I'm not
but
lying.
I'm not
I just
saying
don't
you are.
want to. I don't want to tell the story wrong because it's not like my story to tell. So I don't.
Well,
I'm not lying.
it was
no,
your
I did
clothes
burn
to
the shirt.
burn, apparently.
I did burn the shirt.
It was your clothes to
I
burn,
did burn the
not
shirt,
her
but
story
it's
to
just
tell.
it's just not my. Well, the shirt part, yeah, but.
We need to get this guy on the pod. We need to get them on the podcast.
He
see
needs
what the
to-
story is
yeah.
here.
What if he
his
knows
side
his
up.
shirt was burned?
I'm so sorry, but may I use the restroom?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank
You don't need to ask, by the way. You just feel free to.
Okay.
That's fine though. And then you're single over here.
Yeah.
Single for 5 years. So, any dating apps?
I'm on
ask them?
Bumble.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
duh,
mind if
sorry.
I just ask her a question?
Oh,
'Cause
okay. Sure.
I just wanted to ask you, like, was it worth it? Like, doing those things?
Oh, burning the shirt.
Yeah, and like slashing the tires for your friends. Like, was it worth it?
Well, for the shirt, I'd say the burning the shirt was it was like funny to us in a sense. I don't know. It was funny. It made her feel better. And it was just a like.
What if murdering him made her feel better?
And it was just
Is
funny
that
to you.
justification?
Funny.
It was just like a nothing shirt. It was
Robbing
like
his house.
it was like a cut off shirt.
What if it was like, let's say his dad was in the, he was in Bosnia, son. He was in the shit. And that was his dad's last shirt he wore before he got,
It wasn't.
That was his dad's shirt that he wore in the Bosnian War, son. How you gonna burn that
And
shit?
you just straight up lit that
I
bitch
wouldn't
on fire.
burn that. It was just like a nothing throwaway
Priceless.
shirt. It was
Priceless.
How did you know?
nothing shirt.
Token of war.
What if it was his favorite gym shirt?
But did you ask him? Were you like, hey, is this your favorite shirt before I burn it?
Well, I do kind of like know him.
Wait, so what was his reaction?
He was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, very much so crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy.
But like in a funny way, like he didn't really care.
Here, I want to give you a scenario. Let's just flip the genders, and a dude burned a girl wasn't ready to commit to this guy she'd been seeing for a while, but they were hooking up, but just she wasn't ready to commit, and the guy then had him and his male friends conspired to go and burn an article of clothing of hers. Is that
valid?
The Bronasons donated $100.
Jesus Christ.
The crazy chick is nuts.
God, bro.
She is too ugly and has A cups. You do not get to burn stuff and slash tiles unless you 3060D. Know your place. Say Christ is Lord.
Well,
That was a bit rude,
he's right.
but-
He's not wrong. I mean,
Oh, well, I don't know if you should admit to that.
no, not.
So,
I'm just
wait,
gonna
he's not wrong about the 36 double Ds part? You're only allowed to burn stuff if you have large
You're only allowed
mammaries.
You have 36 double D.
Okay, like
So crazy.
Okay.
if that's
Mine
Yeah.
are triple.
You can ban a
So,
whole
okay,
on
like,
record.
I just painted the scenario where it's
So then
basically
you're allowed to burn
the genders are reversed.
I'm a bit of a pyro, so I was wondering if you gained satisfaction and if you let him know. Because it just, at the end of the day, it just sounds like, yes, it is problematic behavior. I will not dismiss that. But it just sounds like two girls, one was hurt, one was like, hey, let's burn his shirt.
Yes.
And, okay, let's do it. But for me, I would have like at least videoed it or something.
She
and I would have
did.
done it in a
She
safe
did.
place.
Yeah.
And then, just like, kind of like express that. But like at the end of the day, like if you didn't have anything else going on, you didn't have anything better to do, it just sounds like typical college behavior.
That's exactly what I
Yes,
was.
it is problematic.
No,
yes, they
that's
are
not
red
typical-
flags.
that's not
but
typical
no.
college
Okay,
behavior.
what do I'm not going to say I'm a college kid, or I went to college very briefly, but that just sounds like another crazy college story.
It is.
So
It
that's all I have to say about that.
I mean, that's
Okay.
a great way to just sort of.
Sum it up.
And this is why you shouldn't go to college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how
Learn-
come
you learn
typical
bad
college
behavior.
behavior isn't, I don't know, learning higher education, but rather
It should be.
promiscuous
It should
sex
be, but things like
and,
American
and burning
Pie.
people's clothes. Why is that standard college behavior, just out of curiosity?
It's a balance. It's a balance of
Oh, yeah, it's a balancing act. It's the prostitution to education ratio.
Well,
That's how,
it's
we
a
gotta
balance
it
of
out, right?
education and having fun with your friends.
Can I add something?
Sure. And then we're going to move on from this.
Okay. I think going back, because you mentioned gender roles, right? The switch, if it was, females' clothing being burned, I feel like they would call campus police, and it'd be a legal thing. So I think it would be escalated higher.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but I think that the situation would have been different.
I will say stuff like this happens all the time on my campus.
Okay. So